Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to review the Real Housewives of Lagos season 3 episode 11. I just want to use this opportunity to apologize. I'm sorry that I haven't been updating these episodes as I should, because we all know that they've already finished the episodes and we're actually waiting for the reunion, right? So what had happened was that if I live in a part of Lagos where there's blackout till date, no explanation, no nothing. So, getting energy, getting power to, like get my equipment charged and all that, I'll try my best to speed up, especially for this Real Housewives episode, because I see that you guys really love my reviews and I don't want to disappoint you guys. So I'll try my best to speed it up. Maybe I wouldn't even review any other movie until I'm done with this, and then we get to see the reunion together. So this episode 11, after this episode, we just have one more episode before the season ends, right? The ladies are still in Ghana, right? Sophia introduces the ladies to a woman, her mama. She's a generational shea butter healer and heiress. So according to her mama, she's the 7th generation of shea butter healer in her family. Her mama just takes them through the process of making shea butter, the importance of shea butter for we Africans, or like for everybody, right? Because we know there are a lot of things that shea butter does in the body. Let me just stop there. I don't want to start promoting shea butter because that's not what I'm here to do. But I personally, I really love shea butter. I think Laura at some point said she doesn't actually use shea butter.
Do I use shea butter? No, I don't use shea butter. But I like this one.
I do use shea butter a lot for my hair, for my body. My mama even mentions that shea butter is used in producing cocoa chocolate or something like that. They also, the women also do they also get involved in some of the process of making shea butter. Like we could see the shea butter nuts. There was a place that they ground it and all that. And then after everything, her mama said they should just do the shea butter dance.
Now that we've made the shea butter, we must dance. So now we're going to do the shea butter. When I say Korea, you say Kujenje.
Okay.
Can you hear? Korea. Kujenje. Korea. Hey. Korea.
Which I've never heard of before. But she sings the shea butter song and they do the shea butter dance, and then that's where we end it. So after that, the women come back to Lagos finally. The first person we see in Lagos is Laura. She's at her store and she's telling us in the confessionals that
My beauty store, Laura Beauty, is the official beauty sponsor for Miss Nigeria. I mean,
like, wow, that's a very big one, Laura. Congratulations. The boss moves that we're talking about, right? Carol walks into Laura's store and she tells us that that's the first time she's walking into Laura's store, right? So based on their history, I can understand and I believe her. So after the greetings and everything, Laura and Carol, they get into a discussion, right? And then Carol mentions something. Well, anyway, I don't want to say it's funny.
You know, I used to be a makeup artist.
I know.
I went to school in London, so
It was what Laura said.
Caroline as a makeup artist, I don't know about that.
Right. So Carol and Laura, they start to discuss Dabuta. Carol said that she knew that there was going to be drama, while Laura said she didn't know that there would be drama. Of course, Carol knew that there was going to be drama because she was the one that brought it, right? So, I don't know. That statement just seems off at that point to me. So Laura said she didn't know there was going to be drama because Carol has said she didn't want drama, and Dabuta too has said that she didn't want drama. So that's why she was surprised that there was drama in Ghana. And then Carol said she doubted that Dabuta didn't want drama because it was Dabuta that started the drama. Is it not the episode, is it 9, 8 or 9 that we watched together? Carol, you are the one that was breaking stuff while Sophia was trying to have a peaceful resolution. So is it not what we watched? I don't understand what she means by Dabuta wanted to bring drama. Anyway, I think at this point, the way I'm saying Carol, anything Carol just says, right, I would just say, okay. I don't know if you understand that kind of thing, like, okay. That's just all you should just say, because sometimes Carol says things that are quite off, and you will begin to wonder where it's coming from because you will be quite confused, but okay. Carol then starts showing the videos that she sent to Dabuta. She was showing it to Laura, the videos and the messages.
you know that day I had to walk away because there was everywhere.
No, it was better.
Look at me, by 1 o'clock, I sent video of me in the car. This is Laura, Miriam, and Diola with you, so I can apologize for the delay. This is 12 past 1. When I was on Sophia's boat, I sent her a video. She said, okay, hon, we are here.
And I was like really confused. When this issue was brought up at that dinner that Sophia hosted them to in Ghana, right? You didn't pull out your phone. I don't remember seeing Carol bringing out her phone to show to the ladies that this and this is what happened. It was only Diola that brought out her phone at that moment. So why are you now bringing or isolating Laura and then showing Laura your proof? What are you doing? Instead of coming to Laura's store personally and then showing all this evidence, you should have just done it there and trashed everything out at that dinner. But when they were trying to trash it out, right, she was saying she's not interested, and she got up and walked out. So I thought getting up and walking out meant that you are no longer interested. You just want to do that day, right? Laura in the confessional says,
So when it comes to Caroline and Dabuta, I don't know, and I really don't care at this point. These women have some backstories that doesn't concern me.
And I understand, like, why should she? It's not even her problem. It's not her business. And she wasn't even present. She wasn't at Dabuta's beach house. So why should she care? I really understand Laura and I support her with this one. it shouldn't concern her. I think at this point, like, Laura understands what Caro is trying to do, and she's not falling for it. Laura then tells Caro that, Caro has to get to know Diola because she's going to discover that she will like Diola. And then Caro says something so surprising.
I like Diola.
Caroline.
Okay. So Laura then tells Caro, like, I want you to judge people based on what you know of them, not what you have heard other people say about them, right? So that's when Caro said, okay, she's going to call Diola. And then Laura told Caro that Diola is hosting a pajamas party. Then Caro asked, should I call her before the pajamas party? And Laura says, yes, it's better you call Diola before we go for the pajamas party. So, okay. Laura in her confessional says,
I think Diola has given Caroline enough chance to get to know her because, again, Caroline introduced me to Diola's business.
And once again, I'm confused. I'm really, really confused, right? And here's why. The first time Laura went to Beauty by AD, Diola's store, she went there with Miriam. This is episode 3, if I'm not mistaken. This is episode 3. They went there together. It was at that store that they were seated that Miriam told Laura that Caro has spoken to her about Laura and that she would like them to settle their differences. I remember very well. That was when Miriam was discussing it, right? And it was still there in that episode that Diadem's boyfriend got her a gift. That Miriam was saying, why did he bring a gift the time that will be here? You have to tell us who it is. I remember very well. So that's the first time that Laura came to Diola's store, if I'm not mistaken, following the timeline. So except if what Laura is saying here happened off camera, I don't understand how it was Caro that introduced Laura to Diola's store. Because as at that time that Laura and Mariam went to Diola's store, right? Caro and Laura haven't settled their differences yet. So if I think it's episode 2 or 3. Because it was after that Caro and Laura first met at Mariam's tea party, Abby. So how is Laura then saying Caro introduced her to Diola's business? I don't understand. Does Laura mean Diola's business as in beauty entrepreneur, or does she mean Diola's business as in Beauty by AD? I'm really, really confused. It's not really adding up there. But maybe it will be explained in the reunion anyway. So the next thing shows Beauty by AD store, and we see Diola hosting her beauty influencers to her skincare launch.
Today, I'm hosting my amazing influencers to our skincare launch. By has just recently launched a 3-set skincare product, and it's called the Trio Set. That's the toner, the moisturizer, and the sunscreen.
So I really, really like this setting where she was hosting the influencers. It was like just this cute, girly pajamas party. There was drinks, there was small chops. Then some of them had massage. Is it foot massage? I'll call it now. It was just like a girly affair. I really like. There's something I really like about Diola, right? She's very, very girly. She's very, very feminine. So the next thing we see Mariam at Flicky's Kitchen, which she describes as her best Chinese restaurant. We also see Dabuta walk into the same restaurant. Dabuta tells us in her confessionals that Miriam invited her to Flicky's for a conversation. So Miriam said she had a conversation with Caro in Ghana, and she would like to find out how the whole thing started. That's from Dabuta. You understand now, in the spirit of Ofufu now. So no way, let's just give it to Miriam. She just wanted to know, Abby, everything. So that's why she's having this meeting with Dabuta. So Dabuta explains to Miriam that she's shocked at Caro's accusations, and she's shocked about the things that Caro has been saying behind her back. So she said when Caro came to her house that day, Caro actually saw Ehi and hugged Ehi.
When you came, you and this person greeted each other, hugged each other, left, up until 2 months later.
Then 2 months later, Caro then goes on to start insinuating that she and Ehi might have poisoned the food that they gave her. Miriam then told Dabuta that Caro said that Ehi was trying to take business from her, stop her from getting jobs.
She explained that this person involved, was about business, and the person stopped her bag, things like that, blah, blah, blah. She was like, she felt some type of way that the person was there.
And Mariam then says that she told Caro that...
And I told her, I said, you went to her house. You cannot dictate who she has in the house. The least you could have done was not to eat the food.
Thank you, Miriam, for saying this. God bless you for mentioning this. So Mariam then says she hopes that Caro and Dabuta get to sort out whatever issues is between them. But Dabuta in her confessional says that
Mariam asking me to have a conversation with Caroline, I find it really ridiculous, because if she was me, she wouldn't even be having this conversation, first of all.
So Dabuta tells Miriam that Caro told Laura that she reached out to Dabuta when Dabuta was at her lowest, right? And then Dabuta then asks,
do you know how many people reached out to me? Imagine the people that have been there in my life. Just that one time, how many years ago, you want to hold my neck? I'm sorry, I can't be in a friendship with that kind of person.
So I really like what Dabuta said here, right? Because that's the one thing that Caro has kept repeating. I reached out to her when she was at the lowest time in her life. But like, Caro is making it look like as if, or like the way she kept repeating it, it was sounding like as if Caro was the only person that reached out to her. And that's what Dabuta is trying to clarify here. Like, you're not the only person that I know. You're not the only person that reached out to me. Like, so, and that this issue happened so many years ago. Like, honestly, like, what's the whole point? Like, the whole point, let me continue. So Dabuta said she reached out to her sister Ehi to find out what actually happened between Ehi and Caroline. And Ehi sent screenshots and voice notes of Caro offering to buy Ehi's daughter a birthday gift. Caro was offering to do business with Ehi. And even Ehi doesn't know that Caroline has a problem with her.
I went back to my friend, and my friend sent me like 16 different screenshots, voice notes, videos, Caroline offering to buy her daughter gift, Caroline offering to do business with her, because even her is not aware that she and Caroline has any issues.
And Dabuta goes on to show Mariam these messages and voice notes. And these messages and voice notes that Dabuta shows her, they are the ones that were flying on Instagram a few weeks back or a few months back when this whole issue with he just started. I usually don't like going online after watching any Real Housewives episode, but like this one, he and Caroline really dragged themselves so much that even if you're not watching Real Housewives, you would know that this was what was happening. So yes, I saw those screenshots and I heard those voice notes. There was even one particular one I heard where Caroline was advising Ehi on the kind of house manager to get. Caroline was telling Ehi that Ehi shouldn't go for a house manager from Calabar, that instead she should get foreigners like a Filipino or something. So, hearing all those voice notes then, and even hearing it again now, it's sort of like confusing. Like, so why do you have so much bitterness for this Ehi? Someone who you are giving such advice to. I don't know if you get it. Like, you see this issue that Caro is having with Dabuta and Ehi. Like I've said before in my previous episodes, honestly, it makes no sense. To me, personally, it doesn't add up. Because it's not the way you ask to someone who is trying to steal your business, who is trying to grab your deals and all that. Would you go ahead and be advising them on the kind of house manager to get? Would you be offering to buy their children gifts? Like, anyway, Miriam in her confessional says,
I do wish that they can sort this thing out, but at this point it's going.
Yeah, I agree with Miriam. Like, it's not making any sense. Their food arrives and Dabuta tells Miriam to take the first dip. And Miriam says,
Want to poison me?
okay, that was funny. I really like that. Like, I like the way they just joked about it. Miriam tells Dabuta about a beauty line, which is called Law. Yes, Law. There's a way she was pronouncing it, like maybe a bit of French accent or something. But let me just try my best. Law.
So it's called Law.
I remember this is the law in a previous episode that Miriam was showing her husband and asking her husband for opinions. I remember saying that I wasn't really sure. I remember making that statement. I'll try and see if I can get the clip of that episode I did and attach it here.
So in this law, do you think the law inside should be changed to beauty? Because my website guy said I should change it to beauty.
You could do beauty, smaller letters inside the lure. So there'll be beauty inside, but it'll be small letter.
From what I can understand from this project, Law Beauty, like it looks like to me, it looks like Mariam is also trying to break into the beauty industry. And that was what just kept crossing my mind. Like, Mariam, are you trying to break into the beauty industry, or you've been in it for a while and we do not know? I really wish that part is explained. So I was saying that I was quite confused. Is it that Mariam is launching her own beauty line, or she was working on that project for someone else? I remember asking that. So now it has been cleared up here. It's actually Mariam's beauty line that she was working on, and she wanted her husband's opinion then. So now she's launching it, right? So kudos to Miriam for launching her own beauty line as well. Is it not the first episode or second episode? I remember this Miriam saying,
this group of Dabuta is doing beauty. Laura is doing beauty.
Anyway, Sha, it's all good. There's I think the market is a very big market, and everybody has their own. Everybody will have, like, there's enough. What was I want to describe it well, right? Right. So I don't think it should cause any sort of friction or drama, because anyway, Dabuta and Dadem doing the same beauty entrepreneurial stuff hasn't made them to fight or go after each other, so it shouldn't affect. And none of them, even Laura, hasn't had any issues with these women. So there's enough fish in the sea, like I say. Everybody should just do their own business and come together as friends and work together and whatnot. So that's a good one. Anyway, congrats to Mariam. So Dabuta tells Mariam that she would like to put Mariam's products in her store. That's where this scene ends. Now, there's something I just quickly want to mention, or there's something I just want to quickly say about this episode, right? What I want to say is that from the way Mariam and Dabuta are interacting in this episode, you can see that there's no enmity and there's no animosity, there's no hate. Like, it's all love. They are still very good friends, because if I remember correctly, it was Mariam who introduced Dabuta to Real Housewives, right? So, and they described themselves as friends then. So I can see that they are still friends now. Are we getting it? When Mariam got together with Sophia and Caro, you see the way they were just acting towards Dabuta, like as if, oh, Dabuta is not in our clique, like Dabuta is the person that we should go after and whatnot. Like, wait, how do I explain what I'm trying to say without rambling? I don't want to use too many words to explain it. Like I said earlier, this episode shows that Mariam and Dabuta are still cool with each other. They are still friends. There's no animosity. There's no hate between them. But I've noticed that Caro and Sophia do not know this. They don't have this information that Mariam doesn't have anything against Dabuta. Because I remember clearly when they went to Ghana, when they just got to Ghana and they got into the villa and they saw this platter of food on the table. I remember correctly, Mariam was the first person to shout, "Show them how it is done." It was after that Carol then followed. Yeah, show them how it is done. So I'm beginning to wonder, like, Mariam, what was your aim? If you know you don't have anything, you don't have any issues with Dabuta. I'm looking at it like Mariam is trying to, will I say, what's the word? I don't want to use the wrong word as I'm trying to see this. Mariam is, how will I say it now? She acts differently when she's with Sophia and Carol. She acts like she doesn't like Dabuta. But now that she's with Dabuta, we are seeing that she doesn't have any issues with Dabuta. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, that's also what I'm trying to point out. I'm already talking too much. If you understand, you understand. If you know, you know. So the next thing, we go to Sophia. Sophia is at the Lagos Food Bank doing charity and giving food to 50 widows.
So we have rice, oil, toothbrush.
The next thing, we see Mariam receiving her packages. Packages for Leo Beauty, right? And she told us that she's the one who designed everything from the packaging, everything, even all to the ingredients, that she did everything solely by herself. Kudos, Mariam. So she and Ruby is her PA. They were in together, right? We see Mariam discussing with a dispatch rider on the phone to deliver the product to a customer. So she has even started making sales even before officially launching it. I like seeing this type of boss moves. These are the kind of boss moves I want to be seeing, not gossiping all the time. So kudos. So the next thing shows Caroline. She says she's at her diffuser store. She says she designed the whole store herself. And actually, she's still designing while they are showing us what she's doing. She's still designing. So she then tells us that after speaking with Sophia, Mariam, and Laura, they have decided to talk to Deola. So Carol calls Deola on the phone, but Deola doesn't pick. They actually show us where Deola is, and she sees the phone ringing. She doesn't pick. And Deola said the reason she didn't pick was because
The last time I checked, Caroline is a very dramatic person. I don't want to talk about what happened in Ghana.
So after the phone rang out, Deola then sends a text to Carol, and I'm very happy that it was shown on the screen. The text that Deola sent, it was quite lengthy. She sent the text saying that she didn't want Carol to feel like she had ignored her, so that's why she sent the message. So next thing, we see Dabuta go to Crystalline Clinic to get her Botox done. The next thing, we see Deola hosting the ladies to the pajamas party. Pajamas party is themed Blings in bedtime. Okay, so like I really liked the setup, the decoration of the venue. She had the party in her house, but I really liked the way the room was decorated.
Oh my god!
It was just sparkly. It was dreamy. It was girly. Like I said, I really like Viola because she's very girly. Sophia arrives first, and at the entrance, Sophia sees a table that read, take a shot and sit pretty." Sophia looks at it and said, "I'm not taking any shots." It's the way she said it. It's the way Sophia said it. See, this is the second time that Sophia is saying something about Diola that is coming off weird because of the way she's saying it. The way I'm reading it, personally, me who is the viewer watching it, the way I'm reading this attitude is subtle. It's giving subtle. I don't really care about this. I'm just trying to be cordial because we're on TV. That's the way it's looking to me. This is the second time that Sophia is doing this, and she really has something. It to me is showing me that she really has something against Diola, but like she doesn't want to dig into that for now. Anyway, let's continue. She meets Diola. Sophia and Diola, they are talking. Diola tells her everything they are going to do for the night. They are going to have karaoke. They are going to eat. They are going to paint and stuff. Diola tells Sophia that she hasn't spoken to Caroline because she just wants the soft life. I guess so. By soft life, I guess she means she doesn't want drama and headaches and wahala. Sophia then says that them and Carol just have a little misunderstanding and that Carol has never said anything bad about Diola to her. Sophia, don't worry, just keep covering up for your friend. That's all I'm going to say. Just keep covering up for your friend. I think we're all watching Real Housewives now, so Diola will be able to see it that this is not the case. Diola then tells Sophia, "Can we just not talk about Carol?" And Sophia says it's okay, and she drops it. And I really like that because I wasn't thinking that Sophia would do that, but she did that. She just dropped it. Dabuta arrives next. Laura comes in next. And my God, what is Laura wearing?
Glad you did.
Oh
Oh my god, you look sexy as hell. Mwah, mwah, you look pretty.
I tried to blame me.
I like the wet hair. Ooh.
Honestly, what Laura wore in her confessionals was far better than what she wore to this pajamas party. Like, I feel like she should have just switched. Like, what she wore in the confessionals is what she should have worn to the pajamas party. And then what she wore to the pajamas party is what she should have worn for the confessionals. Who picked out Laura's outfit this season 3? Who picked out Laura's outfit? It's only very few outfits that Laura wore this season that I really liked. The others were just, oh my God. They eat jollof rice, and Sophia is even like praising the jollof rice. So they go to the canvas and decide to sip and paint. While they are drawing, Laura asks for where Carol is. She asked for Carol and Mariam. So Laura is told that Mariam is not feeling too well.
Miriam said she's running late.
But it's unlike Miriam though. She's always early.
She's not feeling too well.
So Laura then asked Dadem if Dadem invited Carol, and Dadem just said no. I really like that.
Diola, did you invite Caroline?
No.
Straightforward. No need to hide anything. So there was something Dola said.
I thought you guys would
I actually
invite
saw her.
I liked what Sophia said. Sophia said,
You thought we would invite her to your event?
like, no, I agree with Sophia here. Like, Dola shouldn't have said that. You don't invite her, you don't. You don't need to. You should be hoisting that responsibility on someone else. Sophia then told them that she actually saw Carol and she told Carol about the event. And that Carol said she will reach out to Diadem. So Diadem said Carol actually reached out. They chatted. Diola, did you guys chat? So Diola in her confessional says that she doesn't have any problems with Carol.
I already told her that, I'm open to having a more positive conversation with her if she's ready to.
I guess that was the message that she sent to Carol, right? Like I said, the message was shown on the screen, but I didn't pause it to actually read. Like, what's the use? But anyway, I think Diola's already explained what is in the message. Dabota finishes painting. We see the painting is the painting of Diola. She painted Diola, and they just like hugged and everything. Diola really liked the painting. Diola showed everyone her own painting. Honestly, at first, when I saw that painting, I thought she painted the genie.
Presenting Miss Diola's painting.
Nice.
Please forgive me, I'm not trying to diss anybody. I personally thought that she painted the genie until she explained that she painted Mariam in her gilly. The gilly that Mariam wore to her event, like, Diola, of all the outfits that Mariam has been wearing since this season, why did you choose that one to paint? It's just that, like, to me, I personally believe that Diola is still pissed at that gilly that Mariam wore to that her event. She's still pissed about it. But, like, she just laughed, and then there was this little note she put on the side. Is it Diola loves Miriam? So, like, I guess she's pissed, but it's not, like, something very serious. It's something that she can actually overlook from that little message that she put there. But the painting was really funny, honestly speaking. It was very, very funny. Then Sophia reveals her own painting.
But I made a picture of me.
Oh, wow.
So pretty.
Very nice. Very thoughtful.
Laura reveals her painting.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
And then we saw that Laura painted the dress that Dabuta wore the first time she was on the first event that she came to. That's at Laura's store, where Laura was selling her micro twist braid. So that black dress that was made by Erica Moore, that was the dress that Laura painted, Dabuta's dress. So Laura then told Diola that she just texted Carol and asked Carol why she wasn't there. Carol said Diola was very rude to her. Then Diola said she doesn't even want to talk about it. They should just move on. So Laura was like, I guess out of confusion, she was saying, but you said you spoke to her. Diola then asked Laura, do you think that I can be rude? Am I a rude person?
Am I a rude person?
You're not rude to me.
To me.
You said to me means that I can be rude to anybody.
I can be rude to anybody else. You're not rude to me because I've not offended you.
It's possible that you're rude to one person and you're not rude to another person. And there's a particular reason why you're rude to some certain people, right? Laura kept emphasizing it that Carol said that when she called you, were disrespectful. The other was like shocked and said,
Disrespectful how? Where?
That's what
I didn't even take the call. Like, can we just move on?
Laura in her confessional says,
Okay, Diola, I like you. I think it's a little disrespectful to tell us not to discuss certain things at your party. But I like you. I'm going to keep it cool. If you say don't discuss Caroline, because it's you, I'm going to respect myself and not discuss Caroline. But I just feel like I actually miss Caroline's presence here. And Caroline's box is here, so I actually miss her presence.
I actually, personally, I disagree with what Laura is saying here. Because I believe in my party, my rules. If I invite you for a party, I give you rules. You have to follow them. So if I say, please don't discuss a certain person, please, for the love of God, don't discuss that person. And I know why I'm saying you should not discuss that person. It's just like, let's equate it to someone saying, okay, I don't want you to smoke when you come to my house. Some people are like that. Don't smoke when you come to my house. You can't come and then start smoking in my house. And I say, but I told you not to smoke in my house. And then you say, that's disrespectful. I should be able to do whatever I want to do wherever I am. No. That will not be accepted, right? So that's this. I'm equating what is happening here with that scenario. Don't talk about Caroline. Don't talk about Caroline. Respect her. Respect her rules. Respect her party. Respect her events, right? So the reason I'm saying this is because at this point, Diola and Carol don't even want to see eye to eye. And the fact that they don't want to see each other is not actually hurting any of the other women. So if Diola says, let's drop it, you should drop it respectfully and move on. Diola then explains, you know what, I just wanted to hang out with you guys, but it was out of courtesy that I invited her. So if she comes, that's fine. If she doesn't come, it's also okay. It was at this point that Dabota says, you know what, she has to leave, that she has another engagement.
These girls were starting to bore me with conversations about Caroline. I'm done. Anyway, I have a very, very beautiful date. And I'd rather be there than talking about irrelevant things.
As Dabota leaves, Mariam comes in next. Mariam's outfit.
Oh, today.
What do I say about Mariam's outfits? Honestly, not because Mariam's outfit revealed the bra and pants that she was wearing. The outfit looked quite masculine. Pajamas now, girly pajamas party, like why would you wear that? But let's just say the saving grace was the bra and the pants. So I will let it go. So Mariam comes in, she hugs Diola, she throws kisses at Sophia. Sophia then asks, can I touch you small?
Can I touch you small. How you
tummy,
feel?
like, I'm not
Put the
feeling
top, sexy babe.
And I'm confused. Like two things. First of all, this action shows me that this thing Sophia did shows me that Sophia is beginning to mirror Carol's behavior. She's beginning to act like Carol, probably because she spends so much time with Carol. You know, that's the thing. When you spend so much time with someone, right, you won't know when you start behaving like that person. That's what I'm saying here. Because it's Carol that I know that does all this type of thing. So I'm really surprised that because Sophia hasn't done this before. This is the first time that she's doing this, right? First, that's the first thing. The second thing is this, like, I'm wondering, Auntie Miriam, is this the reason why you had this book job? Is this the reason for having these book jobs? So that people can just be touching it. Guys, see, me personally, I always say this in my videos. So if you've been watching me right from the, I always say this in my video. Me, I'm old school. I'm old school. So there are some of these things that occur around me and I don't understand it. Like, because to me, I believe if it were me that had book jobs, right? I believe I'm having book jobs so that I can look presentable and I can look beautiful, right? But not because I have book jobs. You just come and be grabbing it like, who you be from where to where? How did that one start? What is causing that one? Mariam told them that she saw Dabuta as Dabuta was leaving. And Diola asked Mariam, how are you? Mariam then says, what did I miss? Where is Carol?
How are you?
Fine. What did I miss? Where's Caroline?
Everyone is quiet. Then Diola says, not here. Like, it was, that action came off somehow. Diola asked you, Mariam, how are you? You're not asking back, where's Carol? Is it like I was really confused? Is it that Mariam didn't hear the question? If Diola says, Mariam, how are you? At least you answer that first, right? Before now asking where's Carol. But to reply back with where's Carol, I was like taken aback. What's causing all this one? Mariam asks why? What happened? Why is she not here? Diola answers, maybe she decided not to come. Mariam then asks, did you invite her? Diola then says, she's away. This one answer that Diola was giving Mariam here. Mariam then says, she's away and she didn't come. At this point, Mariam started to sound authoritative. And then what does Mariam mean by she's away and she didn't come? Is that the first time that people are aware of an event and they don't show up? Is that the first time? So, honestly, Mariam sounded quite authoritative the way she was asking. It was almost like as if she was asking her child.
Wait, what happened? Why is she not here?
Well, maybe she decided not to come now.
Did you invite her?
No, she's away now. She's
away and she did not come. She said.
Laura said that Carol said she won't come because Carol and Diola have something between them. Then that's how Mariam got her phone out of her bag and said she was going to call Carol. Laura said Mariam shouldn't put the call on speaker.
I'm going to call her.
Don't put her on speaker when you call her.
Mariam calls Carol and then puts it on speaker. Why? Like, is it that, no, honestly, you see, at this point, Mariam was practically acting like she was deaf. She was acting like she couldn't hear anything. Why are you putting it on speaker? This is after Laura has told you that it's because of the issue between Carol and Diola. That's why Carol is not here. Then you put it on speaker. Honestly, at this point, I believe that she was doing it to provoke Diola. I believe Mariam just came here to provoke Diola. That was the meaning of that thing that she was doing. So when Mariam put the call on speaker, I could see Sophia stifling a smile.
It matters now because, you know.
Hello, my baby.
And I read it to mean that she knows what Mariam is trying to do. Even though she's not going to be a part of it, but she knows she understands. And it's sort of funny to her. So Mariam and Carol exchange pleasantries, right? Then Mariam asks Carol why she's not at Diola's event. Carol in her confessionals was saying,
Miriam is asking me where I am. I don't understand. I am in my business meeting. Where am I supposed to be?
Carol on the phone then tells Miriam,
What's my business with that one?
That one. Really? What? Like Diola is a piece of trash or what? And then when Diola heard what Carol said,
Please, can you stop this, Miriam? Can you actually stop this?
so Diola was pissed in her confessional saying,
I would have known, like, why are you coming into my party with so much bad energy? I was supposed don't sweep and come out as they enter with that red bra. Make a kukuma no say na bad energy she carry.
Dad then tells Miriam, as Miriam is receiving the call, to cut the call, right? But Miriam doesn't cut the call because she's looking for trouble. Is that not so? Dad then gets up and says she wants to ease herself and that she'll be back. Dad in her confessionals explains why she walked away. She walked away because Carol asked, who is that one? So I guess walking away meaning that she's already pissed by that statement, but she was trying to look for her to calm herself down. That's why she left. Mariam was still on the call, even after the Adem had gone.
She said she invited you, you're not here. Why?
He invited me, somebody that was rude to me yesterday.
You guys know about this?
I called this woman, because that woman she don't owe past all of us. I called her, she refused to pick. I called my auntie, she refused to pick again. And they started sending me a message, calling me Caro.
Excuse me, wait, I want to understand. Is Carol not her name? Or am I missing something? Or she wants Diola to call her Auntie Carol or Mommy Carol? Because I don't understand what is pissing her off by saying Diola called her Carol. Is that not her name?
This one, that one. Babe, I don't get the energy. I am not wanted, I'm not needed. Diola she doesn't like me because I have issues with Dakota and it will never end. I'm not going to, put myself under your radar. I'll be under your footstool. Right.
So Mariam was now in her confessional saying that
I didn't even know that they had this conversation or there was a phone call involved. Like, what's going on? Oh God, why is it that I find out about things and it's already too late.
I'm just wondering, Mariam, why has Mariam taken it upon herself to want to know every detail about everybody at every time? Why does she want to be in everybody's business? Carol was still talking on the phone.
Questioning me about why I took a boat, Sophia's boat, and blah blah
Sophia was down saying,
blah blah. As if I'm your child.
What's my
At this
name
point in
inside?
time, whatever
and I agree with her. Even I too am confused. Like, why is Sophia's name inside? Like, that's why I said this Carol. That's why I said at this point, anything Carol says, right? At this point, anything Mommy Carol says, I just go okay. Because what are they discussing now? The one they are discussing now is about why Carol is not at Diola's event. Why is she bringing up Sophia's boat? Nobody even talked about boats. Nobody mentioned boats. Everybody has forgotten this boat issue. She's the only one who keeps bringing up these boats. Mommy Carol, okay. You see, at this point where she's mentioning Sophia's boats, I've just come to realize that Carol is the kind of person that cannot fight with her full chest. That's how I'm reading it. That's how I see it. Carol can't fight with her full chest. So she needs to keep mentioning other people in her fights, sort of like to recruit them so that they can all assist in helping her to fight someone. Because there is no reason on earth why she should have mentioned Sophia's books. It was not even necessary. It didn't even need to come up.
Do you understand?
You know what,
You
Caroline,
and I know,
don't
Miriam,
worry.
that I've been respecting this girl.
We'll all
I've
see
been
get together.
respecting her. I like this girl. I like Diola, funny enough.
It's true.
And I've been promoting her business.
She has been promoting Diola's business. Okay. Like I said, I don't usually check online. Whenever I watch Real Housewives, so I don't know if this is true or she's just coming up with this because I don't remember any points. Anyway, I've not seen it. Maybe she has promoted Diola's business and I do not know about it. But I don't think all the things that she has been saying about Diola behind her back, I don't think this is what you see about someone that you're helping to promote their business. But let me just take it that that's what she actually did. Karen in the confessionals is saying,
I'm not going to miss a single thing not attending Diola's event. Where I am, I'm talking about money. Money, cashing out this year. And you think I'm going to miss going to a lousy, obnoxious, disrespectful, low-graded scum of the earth's party? No, it's not going to happen.
I personally think Carol has an obsessive relationship with money at this point. I personally think so. Because Carol is always quick to mention labels, always quick to mention dollar amounts, dollar signs, always quick to mention making money, talking money. But unfortunately for her, she's letting us into the problems that she's facing currently. Like I said before, see, just like what Dabuta said, right? Coins do make a lot of noise. That's all I can comment here. All this one that she's talking about, we're discussing money, how to cash out, and it's not necessary. It shouldn't have been mentioned. It shouldn't have been mentioned. At this point, Miriam is still on the phone with Carol, and I'm wondering why Miriam is talking to Carol at this point. Carol has already explained in so many words and in so many ways that she's not coming because she doesn't care for Diola and whatnot. So why is still on the call at this point is what is surprising. That she should have just cut it short. After Carol has said, oh, I don't care. Who is that? Who is that one? I don't care. And I'm not coming for the party. Miriam should have just said, okay, ended it. But Miriam just allowed Carol to keep ranting on the phone. So the call finally ended, and then Miriam asked Sophia and Laura if they knew anything about all of this.
No, I just called now. I just texted her. I was like, where? You said that's what disrespected her. And I wanted to ask, but Diola said, what? Don't speak about it.
Yeah, when I first came, she definitely shut me down as well.
Miriam said,
I know they can shut me down. I can do whatever I want to do.
At my own events, like I don't understand. It was at this point I could see that Miriam was actually looking for trouble. And honestly, Miriam saying that shows that Miriam has no respect for Diola because it's a very disrespectful thing to say. Say Miriam, Carol, and Sophia, they will say someone is doing something. They are the ones who end up doing that thing that the other people are doing. Because what is all this? What is this one now that Miriam is doing? It makes no sense. So Diola walked in and I could see Laura was hug dancing.
It's much of a big deal that you guys now to go and rest.
We should be going.
I'm guessing that she did this to improve Diola's mood. Diola then said she wants to go and rest. Sophia said, we should be going. Diola says she doesn't like bad energy. She said Miriam came in, she hadn't even spoken to her. Then the next day, Miriam started calling Carol on the phone. That's how Miriam and Diola got into an argument.
You came, Teti Bamisoro, Teti. Teti, you're calling Carol. Why are you calling Carol? Why are you calling her? Why are you calling her? You can't stand. Please, Miriam, you can stop this. You cannot be stop this. You are going to stop this. Stop this.
I'm sitting here.
Like at this point, like it was already obvious at this point that the event had ended. Diola called Miriam a gossip to her face. I like that. I liked that a lot. And Miriam said Diola is stupid and she's mad.
You guys gossip. You gossip a lot.
What Diola said in her confession summed the whole thing up.
No, you were a gossip because why are you here sitting and talking about Caroline, fighting Caroline's battle when you know in your heart this is the same thing you are accusing me of? You're telling me I'm fighting Dabota's battle, but here you are looking stupid and fighting Caroline's battle. Share Caroline, right?
That's on period. Exactly. You see everything that Diola said in these confessionals. That's exactly what I think in my mind. Then Miriam then tells Diola that she has been doing too much.
I am naturally too much. ìdúró mi gan lásán ṣé kò dẹ́rù bà ẹni. I am naturally too much. I will wear this on my head, on my body, everywhere.
At this point, Laura and Sophia, they start packing up their things. They already know that in this event, it has ended here. Miriam was just there shouting to herself. As far as I'm concerned, she was shouting to herself. Miriam got angry. She picked up her bag. She left. Laura shouts to Diola, because at this point, Diola had actually left them. Out of annoyance, she had left them. So Laura then shouts to Diola to come and share their gifts to them. Diola came back to give them their gifts. And Sophia says she...
You know I was telling you that.
Diola immediately answers.
Miriam is a f***ing bully. Miriam and Caroline, they are such a f***ing bully. They are bullies. I've been here having fun. The only reason I created this event is just for us to unwind and, be happy. But nobody's going to take me back to where I came from. No.
That's right. Like, I don't know. Like, Auntie Sophia, calm down. Maybe when you are angry, you don't shout. Maybe when people provoke you and they push you to the wall, you don't shout. But please, let my Diola shout the way she wants to shout. That Miriam and Caroline are such effing bullies. I agree with her. Yeah, this is bullying. Like, practically, this is bullying. I agree with Diola.
I've not seen them bully her, but if she says she's been bullied, it means that she's been bullied. Because again, I've been in that situation that a lot of people did not believe until they saw it. So I believe
Diola was shouting and she started crying. And oh my God, I honestly felt bad for Diola at this point when she started crying.
I hate having bullies around me. What the hell? Why are they trying to bully me?
If you tear
Why
up,
are they trying to...
don't tear up. Don't tear up.
I hate what they have just now. What the hell?
Look up.
What's that like what kind of problem? You're literally just skin. You haven't even said hello to me. And the next thing you're calling.
Like, honestly, they really, like, Miriam really came, like, the way I'm saying it, Miriam just came here to just destroy Diola's event. She came there to destroy Diola's event, because what was that? Like, seriously, what was that? And I understand why Diola is crying. You see, people that don't, because I've been there before. You see that crying that Diola is crying? She's not crying because Miriam has intimidated her or Carol has intimidated her. No, that's not what's making her cry. What is making her cry is that she cannot, do what is in her mind to do to Miriam. Because if you've noticed this season, right, the women are not really going physical on each other like the way they did in season 1 and 2. So I'm guessing that there's probably a clause in their contracts that states that anybody that goes physical will not get paid or something, or will not come back. I'm guessing, no, it's not as if I know. This is what I'm guessing. That it's signed in their contract that they must not go physical. So that's why you see Carol couldn't really touch Dabota the last time. She had to smash whatever she smashed. And then that's what's making Diola to tear up here. Because honestly, if they were allowed to go physical on each other, there's no how. I'm sure that something half or don't touch Miriam. But I'm not supporting violence, right? I'm just saying that I believe that the reason why Diola is shedding tears is because she cannot do what is in her mind to do at this point. And honestly, this thing that Miriam did here, Miriam has lost some points. For me, Miriam has lost some points. It's not like I see Miriam had a lot of points before, but even the little points that she has lost them. This is the Miriam that everybody came to your tea and bread events, or what was that thing? A tea party or what? They came to her tea party, and everybody cooperated and behaved themselves. Not even Carol and Laura that had issues did not come there to scatter your events. So why? Why did she come to do this at Diola's events? That's all. She just came there to destroy that event for Diola. Why? All these things, as I'm saying, all these things, it just boils down to jealousy. She's jealous of Diola. That's just it. That's the funny thing with the emotion jealousy. Sometimes you think that you're the only one that knows you're jealous about someone else, but it will show. Once you're jealous, right, you will not know, it will show. You will know, it's just going to show that you're jealous about someone. Why? So why Diola is shouting and expressing her anger? Mariam is outside at the outside where the car is parked at the garage. We see her sending a message.
Why are they trying to bully me?
If you tear up,
so we don't know to who, it was not shown. I have my own opinion, or I'm guessing. I've guessed who she's sending the message to, but I'm not going to say because it wasn't stated here. Diola just kept shouting out of anger, kept raising her voice in the house, and the next thing, Mariam came back inside.
Why bully? You are a bully. You are a bully.
Sophia in her confessionals is saying something that she doesn't really understand.
I mean, if Miriam's goal was to bully Diadem, she wouldn't call her baby.
Diola starts sharing gifts.
So why did you do an amper? Why did you do an amper then?
How is it your business? So what if Diola made Carol for her? So what if Diola made hamper for Carol and then she didn't invite Carol? Why does it concern you? Is it your money? Is it your events? How is that your business? And at this point, when Miriam was just shouting, I was asking myself, the question I kept asking myself was, is this not the Miriam that they said is a little down, that they said is not feeling fine? Is it not the same Miriam, or is another different Miriam? Because she was really shouting with all her strength, shouting with all her energy. This person was not ill, as far as I'm concerned. Miriam didn't act like someone that was ill before coming here. She was probably all right and okay, and had planned how to come and scatter this event for Diola. That's how I see it. Miriam just kept rushing towards Diola for whatever reason. I don't know, but Diola didn't flinch. She kept rushing towards Diola. As in my mind, I was like, Laura, if I just leave Mariam now, just leave Mariam. Let's even see what she wants to do. Because this Mariam that we are saying, Mariam that I know from season 1, Mariam can't do anything. It's only mouth that she has. It's only mouth that she has now. Look at the way Tiana handled her in season 2. This Mariam cannot do anything. It's just to shout. That's all that we know her for. So Laura should have even left her. Let's even see what she wants to do to Diola. Diola in her confessional says,
Okay, I regret actually inviting Miriam to my party tonight because why would you actually come to my party to ruin it? What was your aim? Like, what were you trying to do?
For Diola to use such words, she really regrets. Let's see how it's going to go. I believe that word is really deep. When you say you really regret having to do something with someone, I believe that word is really, really deep. And it's not going to just fly easily. Diola just left that place for them, right? That's after giving Sophia and Laura her gift. She just left. Mariam was then explaining to Laura and Sophia how she perceived the relationship between Diola and Caro. Like, how is it your business now, Auntie Miriam? But honestly speaking, as she was just saying and shouting and saying, talking whatever she was talking, the look I could see on Laura and Sophia's face, it had this look of like, Miriam, we don't really care. That's how I saw it too. They looked like they did not care for whatever Miriam was coming to say there.
You saw the girl. Oh my God, Caroline, you look so beautiful. Reason why Caroline felt so comfortable, even at your events, to say, oh, Jocelyn, this is Adiola. She's a beauty entrepreneur. Her product is so amazing. That wasn't, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, everything is sorted. Like, they are good.
It's okay.
I have said it from the beginning. If somebody is fighting, don't put your mouth. Let them pick their own fights themselves. Why are you putting your mouth in Dabota and Caroline's fights?
They all leave anyway, and that's where this episode ends. My thoughts, what are my thoughts? Mariam is just a and she's acting like she's that's just all I'm going to say. I'm happy that Sophia is still being cordial with everybody as she should. And honestly, this episode was just distasteful. I was just angry. It's distasteful and Mariam. That's that for this review. See you in the next one. Bye.
Maybe Caroline thought me being in this group, maybe me and her will be very close. You know, people feel rejected. They can start to, in return, hate the person, cook up all kinds of things in their heads, bring up situations that don't even exist anymore. Her pattern of behavior to me, to an extent, is borderline obsessive, borderline psychotic.